It is finally time. We are going back to Vegas for CES 2022. Let's go. Woo! Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. BPS Customs coverage of CES 2022 is powered by Height and the new Revolt 3 Mini ITX enclosure. Portable yet packed with features including dual headphone hangers, a sturdy handle, and support for full-length graphics cards, the Revolt 3 is perfect as a compact desk piece or to bring with you on the go. Take your gaming setup to the next level with the Height Revolt 3. Check out the link down below for more information. So as is tradition around here, although I don't know how much you guys remember that tradition because it's been a little while, we're going to tell you guys what it takes to make CES content, and this is what I am taking with me to Las Vegas as I get on the plane in under 24 hours. So first, let's start with the production machine. This is the same laptop that I've been using for a few years now. I think maybe it's time to update it or upgrade it, but this is a 2018 Razer Blade, and it served me pretty well, and it's a 15-inch version. It provides enough screen real estate, and it's snappy enough when editing, especially if I use proxy files or 1080p video where it's not an issue. And this has been kind of a workhorse for me for the past few years, so I am still happy to use it. Let's talk about the cameras that we're bringing. In the past, I've brought like pretty beefy camera setups, and some years I've even brought 3 cameras, but this year I'm only bringing 2, and one of them is tiny. So this is a Sony ZV-1 with the Sony Vlogger grip and a Deity two-way microphone. And this is really good because I'm planning on shooting some vlog footage as I kind of do every year, but this year I think might be different. We might actually be able to get it done because we have fewer actual appointments and some more free time to do some creative content. So this camera is awesome. Some of the footage that you've actually seen on the main channel here has been shot on this camera. The quality of the video is awesome. With the microphone, the audio is really good, and the grip gives us a lot of flexibility with how we use it. This is obviously our main camera for CES content. This is a Sony A7 III. We've got the Sony G Master 24-70 lens on here. This is a big, beefy boy. And I've been using these cameras now for a few years. I considered upgrading to the A7 IV, but for my purposes, I think this is still plenty. And it's got the cage on here for all kinds of accessories and whatnot. That makes it easy to bolt up the rest of the stuff that we're going to be needing to shoot video. But before we get to that, let's just move here so we can kind of go across the table in sequence. These are necessary when you're living that dongle life. So this is an adapter, USB-C adapter that has multiple USB ports on it, HDMI output, Ethernet, and SD card reader. And this plugs into the USB-C port of the laptop and allows us to transfer a lot of footage. This is something that I am actually pretty new to when it comes to portable storage. This is a Samsung T7 drive, and this thing has been awesome. And instead of using something like this, which is just a flash drive, this actually came with my Galaxy 2080 Ti Hall of Fame card. So I will be carrying this with me for, in case of emergencies, break glass. But this is what we have all of our assets on. So like the intro, the pre-roll video, some assets for some products that we're going to be seeing that we're going to need to be loading on top of our footage. It's all right here, and I feel pretty good about it. It's a very fast drive, and this is the 1 terabyte version. So plenty of storage on here for what we need. Got to bring some business cards. These are nice and metallic-y, so that's cool. But I did change the channel's designation with YouTube this year. So instead of STech TV 0, now we are at youtube.com/BPS Customs. So I had to do some handwriting there because I forgot to order new cards. But nevertheless, always good to have some business cards with you. And it's always good to have some of this with you. And these are portable power banks. I actually have a couple of these. These are Anker 10,000 milliamp hour packs. These are nice and slim, easy to carry with you, about the size of a phone. And they provide you with plenty of juice, either USB-C or USB-A. Now, as far as other batteries go, we have to obviously power up some of our other accessories. The ZV-1, that little camera, uses these batteries, and it goes through them pretty fast, so it's good to have extras. So I'm bringing 3 extras, whereas this camera actually can run for about 2 hours on 1 charge. So it's rare in a day that we are shooting 2 full hours of footage, even though we are definitely going to be shooting for that amount of time, it's rare that we're actually running the camera for that whole period. So this will typically last a day on its own. So I'm not bringing an extra battery for this, and maybe that'll turn out bad, who knows. But we are bringing extra batteries for the ZV-1. And then we have a couple of other batteries down here, and these are for that. This is a light that we can use. It's a Viltrox L116T, and it has adjustable brightness, and it's easy to put on a shoe mount and then subsequently put on top of the camera. So a lot of the vendor suites, even on the convention floor, are not that well lit. This and these aperture lights will actually help quite a bit. So these are obviously smaller, but we can use these in tighter situations, or even use these with the ZV-1 if we really want to. And these provide, again, plenty of light, adjustable brightness, and easy to carry around, nice and portable. Now, come down to this thing. Now, this is actually a capture card. This is from EVGA. It's their XR1, and this is a 1080p capture card because we are planning on doing some live streaming from Las Vegas, and that's what this cable goes to. I think that because of the unfortunate lack of companies that you might know at CES this year, we're going to have to be kind of creative with the way we do our content. And I do have a couple of really fun videos planned that I want to do out in the desert, and this is going to have to be in use for one of them. And there I am. Hey. So we are going to be doing a live stream, me and Mike, the Manic Geek, who is my production assistant, and we're going to be using this for that live stream. And that live stream will also use these microphones. Now, these Saramonic mics I've used for the past, this is the second time I've used these. Saramonic actually sent these to me because they saw I was using an older version, which was a single channel. So now this is a dual channel microphone setup with a single receiver that plugs directly into one of my cameras. So basically both of these transmitters can broadcast to the same receiver, and then it sends one audio feed to the cameras, and it all records in body, so we don't have to worry about any syncing in post. And so I'm bringing two of them, one for me, one for Mike. We'll be doing the live stream with these, and otherwise I'll just have this on me, and this is usually how we do our audio when we're walking around the show floor or at vendor booths. These have been super reliable for me, and the quality has been really good. Battery life is good. No complaints at all. Thank you very much to Saramonic. Now, continuing on that trend of audio, we've got two sets of headphones. These are from One More, and I'm actually going to be using these when I edit. So obviously these are a wired set of headphones, and the sound production is really good, and they're lightweight, easy to store and carry around, and they're going to plug into my editing system while I'm cutting up footage. These are just AirPods. They're AirPods Pro, and these are what I use on the plane because they're noise canceling and they're really convenient. Now, let's talk about some other stuff that we're bringing. Why am I bringing all these keyboard switches? Well, Mike, who has a peripheral and keyboard channel, is going to be lubing these for me. Not going to be doing them on site. We're not doing them in Las Vegas, but I'm bringing them to him so that he could take them home and lube them for me. I'm going to be using these on this channel upcoming. So we've got some Halo Clears, we've got some Texie Sapphires, we've got some Tangerines, some Banana Splits, and some Duroc Palms. And these are all be going in separate keyboard builds when I come back, once Mike lubes them and sends them back across the country. We've got our tripod situation, which is, again, a switch pod, which is really cool. If I could get this to work, there we go. It kind of flips out into a tripod, very sturdy aluminum tripod, or you could flip it back and have it as a carry handle for a camera. Now, I had two of these, and last CES, actually, this little nub broke off, and one of my cameras went crashing to the ground, and I was very upset about it and wrote to SwitchPod about it, but still going to use these. I still like these a lot. I think maybe some of that was operator error, how I was carrying the camera at the time, but this one has been good so far, and we're going to use it again. Along with this Manfrotto tripod, if we need some backup, this thing has been solid for me for years. So these are super cheap. If you guys are ever interested in like a mini tripod, these are like 20 bucks or something on Amazon. And they have a swivel head on them. You could put them however you want, and been really great to use that. Obviously, we're going to need a mouse for some editing. That's boring. But we have some other stuff on the table here. There's a 6700 XT, there's a kit of memory, there's a K100 RGB, and there's some swag from Zotac. And I am planning on doing some fun giveaway type videos on the Las Vegas Strip during CES. So if you happen to be out there and you happen to see me walking around on the Strip and, you know, think that maybe you have what it takes to get one of these giveaway prizes, because I'm not just going to give them away randomly. I don't know, come and say hello, and we'll talk about it. But I have some plans as far as how I'm going to find people to give this stuff to. I think it's going to be really fun, and you guys are going to have to stay tuned for that. So that is my CES video. I am extremely excited to go back to Las Vegas for this Consumer Electronics Show. Even if it's going to be a little light this year, I still think we're going to have a lot of fun, and there are plenty of things to see and do. And I hope that you guys stay tuned and enjoy the content coming up all next week. Thanks, guys. I will see you in a couple of days.